U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings.
Hopefully I can play this better today, because, well, I tell you, I've been playing like trash.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway. Audio Sports.
I ain't been getting no good break, but still.
And taken successfully. Here's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He's going to run into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Check.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Myers' kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. The 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, and the Cincinnati first down.
I just can't even move.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one is run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This is Johnson, the fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 27, Luck. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Luck now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll try and run with their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards for him on the ground. So I guess you'd say an unlikely source there with a big carry. It's the fullback showing that he has some range.
Now, how'd you like to be in the running backs room next week when they review this? Because he's going to be asking for tailback carries from now on.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Open man completes it to Butler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. They'll give the defense a little bit of rest. Let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Complete to Washington. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Murray now. And that's Elliott. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Alarm.
Now it's Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
From the gun on 3rd down, Watt is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there and you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
All right, man. You got down and threw an interception, man. Come on, bro. Stop throwing interceptions, bro. God damn. Stop throwing interceptions, man. As you can see, we can move the ball. We just do stupid shit and get down there. Stop doing that dumb shit.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had a pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made that work to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
God damn it.
He's playing really well.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Now a carry here for their fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, turn up.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them up.
And he'll take this into the end
Angle
zone.
game horrible, bro. Nigga be right beside him and can't even tackle him, bro. Crazy.
Touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Moore up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Nigga just get a superstar X shot, the nigga just truck niggas all the way down the field, bro. Shit just crazy.
This is taking about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Can't stop every fucking thing. I've not been down here. Even still.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5 now. Luck. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Third and long. It's Luck. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game.
Bro, I can't play with this dude like this, bro. This shit crazy. I gotta punt it, man. Look, and the ball just hangs up in there, man. No, that's a touchdown, bro. Can't even throw the ball deep. This is crazy, man. This fuck ass game, bro. Ball just hang up in there.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Washington's got it.
Damn,
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Murray has got this complete to Hamilton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Johnson's got it complete.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Terrible, bro. I can't throw the ball, bro. That's one-on-one coverage, bro. How you throwing the ball, bro? I can't even get the ball. It's crazy, bro. Lord have mercy.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run it with Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Murray. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You got three down. Yeah, 11.
Hey, Orban.
Now Luck. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
STR.